How much money is spent for cancer research? Two main reasons why scientists cannot cure cancer. When was the battle between the human mind and artificial intelligence lost, and how can the cancer be cured with temperature? This and the other we will find out in this video. Just the fact. The treatment of leukemia to a citizen of USA costs from $100,000 to $200,000 a year. And there are no guarantees at all. Just imagine. And what if a person doesn't have so much money? Every year in the world, billions of dollars are spent for cancer researchers and for looking its treatment way. For example, NCI alone, the National Institute of Oncology of USA, allocates about $5 billion each year. But this is a penny compared to the investments of the private sector. Companies in the field of pharmaceuticals and biochemistry invested $49.5 billion in cancer research in 2011, which led to the production of a bunch of new drugs. Although there is no information about the final result or the effectiveness of these new drugs. In addition, there are several $billion coming from charity for the same purposes. But still, millions are dying every year from this disease. Why researchers are so much ineffective? Maybe all researchers is just a show to keep fear among the population, for whom it can be profitable. Let's try to figure this out. There are two main reasons why scientists cannot find the treatment, and there are two main ways of curing cancer that really work. Why scientists cannot find it? Firstly, they are looking not at the right place, because the system doesn't want to lose such a lever of controlling the mass consciousness and obsession with fear like cancer. Therefore, the system in every possible way will take away attention from the real causes and from the real methods of treatment. In order for you to understand, since the 2000s, not a single chess player in the world can beat the artificial intellect. For 18 years now, chess players do the show playing with each other, although the main task of humankind in this game to keep machines under control has been lost long ago, and no one even tries to seriously deal with this problem. You may find this strange and you may not believe it, but the system is very clever, too much, and it uses its intellect far from the benefit of humanity. Secondly, scientists are only looking for biochemical reasons, and yes, with the help of biochemistry, cancer can be cured. But sometimes the cause of cancer can be in a spiritual aspect. How? Nobody cancelled the law of boomerang. If you constantly spread the negative, then this negative could return to you in the form of cancer. For example, person is a rapist or despot, or constantly betrays someone, destroys someone else's happiness, or a person promotes the spread of drugs, alcohol, and low-grade culture. The answer from life in the same range of vibrations is inevitable. Accordingly, you need to recover on both sides, both from the biochemistry and from the side of metaphysics. This is the only way to completely cure a cancer. So this is what scientists need in their research. There are two ways known to mankind in the fight against cancer, and by its principle of impact understandable to the ordinary person. And the first way, hyperthermia, we will consider in this video. It is known that a biological cell doesn't survive at the temperature of 42 degrees. In order to prove it, not necessarily to dig in textbooks of biology or anatomy, just look at the thermometer from the pharmacy. At the body temperature of 42 degrees by Celsius, a person dies. On the one hand, it frightens because the difference is only 5-6 degrees from normal body temperature, but at the same time, this law can be used to treat serious illnesses, for example, cancer. If scientists can localize the temperature of the cells, then it is possible to treat cancer easily, effectively, and safely. Suppose an injection with metal impurities is introduced. And imagine this injection tends to gather around the cancerous tumor due to some hypothetical reaction with the cancer cells. Now in the human body there is one place with a large content of metals. This is the place around the tumor. We direct some ray that hits these metal particles to 42 degrees, and as a result, without much harm to the body, the cancer tumor is neutralized. After all, as we already know, any biological cell dies at 42 degrees. Isn't it brilliant? The idea is not mine, by the way, but it can be a really genius way to treat. That is why there is no division above 42 degrees on the thermometer. That is why raw food guys do not eat thermally processed food, considering that there are more dead cells in such food than anything else. But while this method is not implemented, and hopefully the implementation is not far off, there is another method that has been successfully used, more down to earth, and is also linked to the temperature. What is it? At the beginning of the millennium, in Novosibirsk, an operation to eliminate a cancerous tumor began to be carried out and successfully carried out so far. For this purpose, the human body under general anesthesia was placed in a bath with water at 46 degrees by Celsius, with head above the bath. When reaching 43 degrees, cancer cells died, and the man was immediately chilled. Why anesthesia? Anesthesia, according to the authors of the technique, reduces the protective functions of the body and immunity, and man survives even at 43 degrees. But this is a rather risky procedure because it's necessary not to overheat a person and have time to cool him before the onset of reversible processes. Which ones? It is clear that at 43 degrees, some organs in any case will be partially damaged. But as a rule, the organs of the body are larger than the cancerous tumor, and the organs of the body tend to recover after minor injuries, where the life of a man is saved. Read the reviews. About 95% of people's feedbacks, if they can be trusted, are positive about this method. Just imagine, if the effectiveness of the method is 95%, there is no such result in any other clinic in the world. More information in the web on request. Whole body hyperthermia, Novosibirsk. In the next part, we will consider also very interesting and working way of cancer treatment. The method discovered almost a century ago and still hidden. And now you have food for thought. Why is this super cheap method of hyperthermia is not universally known? It's not about how effective this method is, just why it's not widely known. Maybe because it's not profitable for the system to spread such information. Maybe because people will have confidence in their future and less frightened. Or maybe because people will have to spend less money on expensive therapy and surgery. Think about it. It is a system which should serve people, while now it is vice versa. But in no case you should despair. It's all up to us and everything can be changed. Thank you.